Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today me and Mason are out here in the drive, and he actually just came over to sell a couple parts. Have some people meeting us over here, which we have a little surprise. Hopefully we're going to show you guys here in a second. But we're getting started today on the 77, and we pretty much decided, so this, if you watched the last video, you see it's a 302 truck with a C6 automatic, and we're just probably not going to do anything with that. And this is a two-wheel drive frame as well, so it just doesn't even make, there's no way we're putting any sort of diesel at all into this truck as it is with the frame. So what's standardly done in a scenario like this, when you wanted to use an old truck like this, is you set it on a newer chassis. Now that's going to give us newer style wheel bearings, newer disc brakes, you know, the stuff you're going to get. The amount of things you're going to be able to have newer, and it's really endless depending on how you do it. There's a lot of different options as far as, you know, what kind of truck we're going to go with, or what kind of chassis we're going to go with, which nothing is set in stone at this moment, and it's really just going to depend what kind of deal we can get on something. If you guys haven't watched the last video, you can kind of go back and watch it, but it's a 302 truck, 77 Ford. To start with tonight, we're probably going to jump around here to the back side and start doing all these bed bolts. There's some bed bolts in here inside the bed. There's some bolts here that go downward into the frame. We'll have to take all those loose, be able to lift it up off of the frame of the truck, lift bed up, bumper and stuff. We probably won't use this bumper at all, so we won't really need that for anything. We'll just lift it on the frame. Tailgate, obviously, we'll have to take it off. And then the plan is to try and make something to roll this, the cab around on, out of 4x4s, 2x4s, I don't really know what yet, and use some casters and just make it so we can roll that thing around to work on it, because it's going to be really hard to move it. I don't have machines, any type of skid steer or anything like that, so we got to work with what we have, and we can't probably lift up at the same time. So we want to be able to move this thing around, but I want to be able to move it around by myself if I want to work on it. So to start with, we're going to just jump right into probably, probably just get the bed pulled off and see what we can get done tonight.
Turned it on. Took off on it. Light stopped and unplugged the harness and put the harness cable on there. Pretty cool.
Still got the catch box in it that Bailey built. Still got it in there. That's crazy. Still got all the stickers on it and everything. It's a VP truck now? You put it's a VP motor, or is it P-pumped?
VP.
Is it? Heck yeah.
What's it look like under the hood?
Yeah, I want to see under the hood.
You were asking me how they do it for smoke. You got your compacts on there? I do.
Did you put a turbo
on it too?
Yeah. Borg 1RS 361. It's a BD diesel, Super B killer, that's what they call it.
Heck yeah.
AC stuff.
So once you got it off Bailey, you just took it home. So is this the frame too? You just put your motor in it? Or?
Put my whole drivetrain in it, hood and front bumper and interior.
Cool. Man, it's been a long time since we've seen this.
Quite the task.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's looking good though. You got that? Did you put a dash pad in it?
It's a cover. I put
It's
a
just
whole new dash in it.
Okay.
My old dash.
So I couldn't even tell. It looked like a new one.
I didn't even put the adhesive on it. It's just sitting in there.
Mm-hmm. You got some nicer seats though. These ain't the seats that came out of it, is it?
It's all my interior.
No, those are some nicer seats for sure. Yeah, and the headliner. How?
Yeah, I swapped everything.
Headliner and everything?
I think so. It looks really. The interior is really clean.
Yeah, I gutted it completely.
Headliner was probably trash.
Had to put a new latch in this one.
That's so cool.
It is.
I needed it. If not, that's what I got.
All right, guys, we got the Ford, and if you guys weren't able to tell, that truck, that guy that was just here and bought those track bars off Mason, that's Bailey's old white truck. If you guys go back to the beginning, when we first started the channel, that is the truck that we built that was Bailey's. It went from P-pump 24 valve to, it was VP, P-pump 24 valve, manual, automatic, back to auto, and now it's got just a stock VP in it with an auto. But anyways, we are under the truck right now, and we're just spraying down. You guys can see some of those bolts up there. These are the bed bolts. They're pretty crusty. So we're spraying them down really good. They're really nasty and dirty. And we're scared they're gonna be pretty stuck. So we're just getting them soaked real good before we even attempt. And these are castle bolts. So it's pretty common for them to round up in the bed before they spin down here, which sucks. Here's the exhaust on this thing. You guys can see the trans. I think this is a C6, but you guys leave a comment down below. Let me know if you know what kind of trans this is. If it's a C6 or a C4, what it is. I don't know, it might be worth us just keeping this motor to do a gas project of some sort, maybe like a mud truck or something. I don't know. Just throwing stuff out there, guys, but that one's already out. Bed's been off of it. And it looks like, I think we have a couple here in the back. Thought we did anyways. I think there's two in the back, isn't there? Yeah, these are the worst ones. That one right there. And this one over here. You can see the rear end in the truck. The frame on this thing is just not really, it's not worth trying to swap a diesel into this frame. Might as well go ahead and start getting the cab mounts soaked while we're down here. We're gonna be lifting the cab off eventually. The other one's on the top. It's like behind there. I might have to drop the tank. That's gonna suck. Yeah, it is a new fuel tank, ain't it? Front cab mounts. Start soaking those. Can't even find it. This thing's so weird, man. Ooh, those cab mounts are in pretty bad shape, really. We'll probably have to get some new ones. You guys can get a pretty good idea how the floor is on this thing. It's pretty solid on this side. It's got yeah, we'll be fixing that right there. And then on this side over here, obviously there's holes. You guys can see, we'll be fixing that. Ooh. Someone's like coated this frame with some brown paint or something. Well, guys, pretty much every bolt seems like it's gonna have to be cut out for the bed. So we decided to drop the fuel tank because I don't like gas at all. I don't like cutting around gas. It's just not my cup of tea. So we removed the fuel tank, and I'm gonna recycle all this. It's probably got 15 gallons of gas in it, so I'm gonna save it all for my lawnmower. I'm kind of scared to run it in my car. I don't know how long it's been here, but I'll run it in my lawnmower. I don't care about that. The deer will eat it. So we're just gonna try to pour it into these cans, and then we'll have the fuel tank out of the way. It's pretty easy to drop it. We just had to take these two straps loose just like any other car, and then it just had a fill neck, and it doesn't even have a return. Just has a feed line. So that's done. We're probably gonna try to keep this stuff safe. This is the fuel gauge stuff. I don't know if we'll need this in the next time it runs or not, but try to find that happy medium spot. Seems pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy right there. Alright guys, we tried. Every single one of these carriage bolts is spinning at the top. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to try and cut them all. There's 8 total, and I'll have to cut the heads off of them. But what the problem is you'll cut them off and you won't get it round enough, and it won't go through the holes at the bottom without tearing them up really bad. You can't get them from the bottom. The only way you're gonna hold it up top is if you weld it. Can't cut them because the torch set just won't cut them. So that's what we're gonna have to do. Well guys, we finally got all of the bed bolts cut out. You can see I didn't really want to do that because you always end up cutting into the bed a little bit. So we'll have to clean that up before we put new bolts back on it, or just put big washers on it so you can't see. But I got them all out. You can see here, it's loose. It'll lift up a little bit. And this bed feels really, really light, which I don't quite understand. Maybe it's because it's all metal. There's not a lot of stuff in it, but me and Mason think we can pick it up. So we're gonna try to pick it up off of here, and if that's the case, then we might roll the truck forward and put it in here and kind of get it in this corner where it's gonna go. Oh, taillights, I forgot. I didn't even touch that stuff. There's flags in this too. Yeah, I forgot about that. 2, 3. Alrighty guys, and we got the bed lifted off. We started pulling the cab mount bolts out just to see if we could get them out. Looks like there's 2 right here in the back, but we had to soak them with some PB blasters. Hopefully overnight those will come loose, because right now they're not wanting to. And I also found a little bit more of surface rust in the cab, which we're gonna have to address that at some point, cleaning that somehow. But we got the bed off here, and man, this thing's, it's really not that bad, but it's just so old, and like you can just tell every little thing. If we tried to work on this chassis, guys, every little thing we ran into would just give us problems, and it would just be hard to deal with. So as of right now, we're not going to mess with, we're not even going to try and save this chassis. The bed is taking up quite a bit more space than I was hoping it was going to. So the bed's really the least of our concerns right now, right at this moment. So to start with, we will probably try to stand this thing up on its side. If it was stood up on its side, that would give me a little bit more room. And then, like I said, I want to make a cart or something to roll this cab around on. So yeah, as you guys can kind of guess, this cab is really heavy. I will say, getting that bed off took us quite a bit of time. I had to go through and cut every single one of these little bolts from the top. End up hitting myself in the nose pretty hard with an extension, which it still kind of hurts. It's like I'm always getting hurt. But we got it off here, so unfortunately that's really all we're going to be able to do for tonight. I know it's kind of just not really a lot of content going on tonight, just pulling the bed off of it, but you got to start somewhere, and that's what we were able to get done. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys like seeing Bailey's old truck. That was pretty cool to see that thing stop by. But that is going to wrap up the end of this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of the build, what you're ready to see on it, what you guys think we have planned. Comment your guesses down below. And yeah, but as you guys know, nothing is set in stone. And I should also throw this in the video that the white 6-speed truck is gone. I did sell it I sold it Saturday, either Friday or Saturday. I sold the white 6-speed, so it is no longer going to be on the channel, guys. But who knows? I may get another truck here soon to replace the white one. But we are all full speed ahead on this thing for right now. And yeah. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.